The end of Scarlet and Violet has arrived, and the final edition is the dual set Black Bolt and White Flare. So join me as we crack into the last Scarlet and Violet set. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chasing the Zard. We are at the final Scarlet and Violet set, the dual set Black Bolt and White Flare. So for opening today, we do have the Pokemon Center variety of both ETBs for Black Bolt and White Flare. We also have the poster collection, a few mini tins, and I do have binder collections coming. They're coming tomorrow. I'm filming this on Friday on the release day. These will be coming up on Saturday. Hopefully I should be able to film them and tack this on to the end of this video. It'll seem like I had them the whole time, and then you'll get to see all of it at once whenever this video comes out, hopefully on Monday. If not, shame on me, it took till Tuesday. Let's start with Black Bolt. Alright, so like usual with the new set, we're going to start with the player's guide, and I haven't looked at a lot of this set. I do know that there's at least an illustration rare, a special illustration rare for all 156, I believe, Unova Pokemon. I think that's what this is from, Unova, right? Yep, Unova. How am I saying that? I don't know. I'm sure I'll correct my pronunciation in the comments here up top. But yeah, let's get into this set. It does have, is this going to be like 151 where it's in Pokédex order? I hope not. I hope not. Please be in type. Oh, it's by type order. Thank God. Okay, it's hard to sort through 151 bulk because you have to know the Pokédex number, or actually pay attention to the numbers. You can't just go all the grass, all the fire, all the water. Yeah. Alright, so this is half of, so obviously the dual set we have Black Bolt and White Flare. I believe particular Pokemon will only be in a certain set. So the regular cards, the common, uncommon, the rares, they will have Pokeballs and Master Balls. So this is a massive set. Apparently it's like over 800 cards. It's a good thing they have two different binders. Let's see, there are EXs. I don't know if we have any terrestrialized EXs, but we do have a ton of illustration rares. There'll be one for every single Pokemon in the set. So as you can see, the list keeps going. Let's see if there's actually any of these I actually like, so excuse me while I peruse for a moment. Alright, so from the illustration rares, actually this Lilligant I actually kind of like. That's a fun art. I think it's well done. Same with the Petalil. Not a Pokemon I typically like, but I do like that art. The Larvesta is kind of cool, kind of like that primeval kind of setting. There's also the Tirtouga, I thought was kind of cool, like going through the depths. Kind of like the, reminds me of the, was it the Blastoise in 151? Kind of like the same kind of setting. Pretty cool art. Krokorok. This is kind of cool with the lens flare going on there. And it wasn't too much else that stood out to me. I mean, a lot of these are really good arts, but none of them are like, hey, this is the, a fantastic one. There is actually the Audino, it's Amigurumi, if you can't tell. I'll probably have the image up here on screen to make it look a little better. And we do have full art Pokemon, we have full art trainers, and then we do have actually a relatively small number of SIRs, which is good. I think that is the Superior, the Kyurem, Zekrom, Meloetta, Excadrill, Genesect, and Enzplan. There's also the Victini and Zekrom. Those two cards, the full black Zekrom, full red Victini. I definitely want that Zekrom. That's the top hit I'm going for. Doesn't seem like it's. I've seen people pull them, but I don't know how hard it is to pull. Hopefully not too crazy. Actually, I'm curious what rarity do they call that. That is a new symbol that I have not seen before. They call that a black-white rare, so it's just for this set. But yeah, let's get into what's actually in the ETB. Alright, standard fare, we have our dice and condition markers. These are special dice, just for this ETB. Actually, look, they're somewhat muted colors, kind of basic, but not bad. Now, this is where variation comes in. We do have the Pokemon Center ETB, so we have the Pokemon Center stamp Thundurus. There should also be a regular promo in here in the back. I guess we'll get into that in a moment. energies, and these are these are special different energies for black and white, or Black Bolt White Flare, I guess. So that's interesting. We also have some sleeves with Zekrom on there. Also, because this is the Pokemon Center version, we do get, instead of 9 packs, we get an extra 2. We get 11. Let's crack open these 2 promos quickly. There's also the deck dividers here, and also a code card. I will be redeeming the code card actually from my own account, but I have opened this again by chance. Where I open the regular ETB, I will be giving out that code card. So here's the Pokemon Center stamped Thundurus, and also the non-Pokemon Center, the one that you also get in the regular ETB. Alright, let's start with pack number 1 of Black Bolt. Alright, so yeah, this is the end of Scarlet and Violet. The next set, Mega Evolution. In the previous videos, I kept saying Mega Evolutions, but it is Mega Evolution, no S. It's coming out September 26th, and that will be a different gen. It will not be Scarlet and Violet. You don't see any of that branding on there. Gonna have Mega Pokemon. Should be. Sorry, microphone issue there. Fixed now. We have Elegum Reverse, Prism Energy Reverse, and Caracosta Regular Holo. Pack number 2. But as I was saying, yeah, Mega Evolution's coming out. Can have Mega Pokemon. We'll see what else it will bring in the future. There's already like a second set. Actually, there's a few set rumors that there's already a few trademarks reached in Japan for various sets, but second set may be a Charizard set, Mega Inferno, hopefully. So we'll see. We have Timpole. That is a Pokeball. These are actually easier to see than the Prismatic Evolution ones. We have Beheeyem Reverse and Conkeldurr Regular Holo. All right, like Prismatic Evolutions, I will not be counting this as a hit. Master Balls and above. Pack number 3. Yeah, I'm surprised I made it through an entire generation doing this channel. I started basically just before Crown Zenith. And then, yes, we've been going strong through all of Scarlet and Violet. We have Masharna, Timber Reverse, Audino Reverse, and Beartic Regular Holo. Pack number 4. Now, it is possible to get God packs. I don't think it has like specific ones, like it wouldn't have like all 3 starters. I think it's just a bunch of illustration rares and like 1 or 2 SIRs. Someone could correct me on that in the comments. I haven't actually seen too many God packs open. I think like 1 or 2. But it is a thing. We have another Pokeball. We have Duosion. We have Amoonguss Reverse and Excadrill Regular Holos. That's our first big hit. We also have a Reverse Holo Energy as well. Pack number 5. So I am indeed opening this on release day for this set, July 18th. There are more products coming, so obviously we had the ETBs, Pokemon Center ETBs come out. We had the mini tins. There's the poster collection, there we go, and the binder collections. So the poster collection and the mini tins aren't set specific. There's packs from each set in there, but the binders and the ETBs, those are either Black Bolt or White Flare, so you gotta pick which one you want if you can only get a few of them. We have Conkeldurr Reverse, Munna Reverse, and Thundurus Regular Holo. Pack number 6. Now coming, I think, August 1st, we do have some more products. There's the Victini art illustration rare collection, I believe is what it's called. That comes with packs from Black Bolt and White Flare. There's also the tech sticker collection. There's a single one for Black Bolt, single one for White Flare. I didn't get that Black Bolt one ordered. I think it's the only thing I haven't gotten ordered. And then I think 2 or 3 weeks after that, we do get the booster bundles finally. And I doubt that will be the end of products. This is probably like Crown Zenith. There'll be stuff coming out for a while. There'll be different versions of the products. So it should be plenty of chances to score this set if you're having problems getting it on release. We have Venipede Reverse. We have Scolipede illustration rare. First hit of the day. Oh, sorry, Genesect EX as well. Okay, so this is good. First off, that was not our first hit, second hit of the day, but that's a double hit. You can get IRs with EXs again. That's big, because we haven't had the ability to get double hits like this since 151, really. That was the last time. So it's been most of this gen we have not been able to. Like Paladin Fates, you can kind of get an ace spec and an IR or something, but this is like a regular double hit like we used to get. This is good. Pack number 7. I mean, we have 3 hits, and even out of 11 packs, that's like one more hit would be like as good as you could really get. Typically in Scarlet and Violet for like any set. Yeah, I think the first sets were more generous typically, but I never really had crazy good hit rates with those. The first Obsidian Flames opening being the aside for that. But hopefully this one is more generous. We have Energy Coin Reverse, Landorus Reverse, and Victini regular holo. Actually, that's a pretty good Victini art. Oh, this was a holo Grass Energy. Pack number 8. Let's just look at these new arts and see what we get. We have Carablast, Larvesta, Fracture, Timpole, Scolipede, Prism Energy, Tirtuga, Petalil. Okay, we got another Pokeball Reverse, Servine Reverse, and Caracosta regular holo. Pack number 9. So I would love to definitely hear in the comments whether you've had any luck getting sets. I did actually venture out to Best Buy this morning, and like I got there at like right at 10 when it opened, and didn't get anything. They ran out of the final product they had left, Benitons. Like 8 people ahead of me when I jumped in line. So yeah, that was about a plan on my part. But I saw people who were in the front line with like tons of product. I don't know how much they're actually limiting people where I live, but hopefully they did where you are and you can get some product. We have Krokorok Reverse and Cobalion regular holo. The effect on the holos there is like goes like kind of a left to right, looks like brushed steel or something. Looks kind of cool. Pack number 10. Obviously, yeah, this is a huge set. There's a ton of illustration rares. There's reverse Pokeballs, there's Master Balls. I have no plans. I have no plans to master this set. If you do, wow, I'm impressed if you can get through it. Because these are huge sets. It's gonna take a lot of packs to master both sets. If you're just mastering one, it seems more realistic. You can focus on it. But if you're trying to master both, that's hard. We have Servine Reverse, Ends Plan Special Illustration Rare, and Superior EX, and a Holo Energy. Alright, our first special illustration rare of this set. Par for the course for me, I get a trainer. Alright, it's going to be our top hit so far. It's an SIR, it has to be. So whatever can supplant that, I look forward to it. And our last pack of Black Bolt before we move on to White Flare. Alright, let's see. So we did get 5 hits in here, including SIR. So that's pretty good. That's I'm not complaining about that. That is a really solid Elite Trainer box, especially Pokemon Center one, which I think I've had a few good ones. I've had a lot of ones that have been really misses. So this is a welcome surprise. We have Crocodile. All right, we have a Pokeball. We do have a Simipour illustration rare and another Beartic. So this is actually really solid. 6 hits. That said, I would like to contest the attack on this Simipour. Gentle Slap, 70 damage. That's not gentle, that's like a mild punch. Or a heavy punch at least. It's not gentle, come on. I've dropped this like 3 times just trying to film my little bit about what this attack is named. Butterfingers tonight. Alright, enough of Black Bolt for the moment, and now time to move on to White Flare. Alright, so this is a different set. We will also start with its player's guide. Alright, let's jump straight to the various Pokemon. So I'm actually not, like, I did not play Black and White. So I'm not, like, super familiar with what all is here, but I do, like, from playing other games, especially Pokemon Go, and, you know, collecting the card game, obviously, I do recognize all of these now, but I was not aware they were all the same gen. That's how ignorant I am of this gen in this game. Let's see, we have some good arts here. Okay, that as much as I don't care about this Pokemon, that is the silhouette. That's nice. It is a nice. What I'm trying to say here. That's a nice card art. That's what I like to pull. The Accelgor. The Tepig is not bad. I did pull the, was it the Semaphore, so I'd like to pull the Simisear. And let's see, there is... Oh, that's actually, I like that Joltik. It's pretty simple, it's just like resting on a lamp, but that's a nice one. I would like to pull that. Let's see what else. The Zorua with the moon silhouette there is pretty good. Actually, I'm kind of drawn to the ones that have silhouettes in this so far. The Dino is pretty good, actually. I like that. It's kind of like in a setting, not like the focal point, but it's there. Other little pup, yeah, that's gonna be one I want. That's adorable. The Herdier and Stoutland, not as much, but the Lillipup, that's cute. And onto the SIRs, we have Whimsicott EX. We have Reshiram EX, which a little bit hard to actually see the Reshiram there. The Keldeo is actually pretty cool though. There's also the Jellicent, the Hydreigon, that looks sweet. I would love to pull that one. This is a Bouffalant, and there's a single trainer here. There's Hilda. This also has a red Victini, which is interesting. There's also the white Reshiram, which of course that's what I'm gonna want to pull. Now into the box contents. Alright, we have different colored dice. And the same condition markers that we've had for all of Scarlet and Violet. We have the promo for this one is Tornadus. Also with the Pokemon Center stamp, so we'll open up the rest of this in a moment. Another pack of energies, surprise, surprise. These sleeves have Reshiram on them. And then 11 packs of White Flare. And let's crack these open. And here are the deck dividers. Actually, I don't know why. Like, I don't really love this color scheme, but these are like much more interesting to look at than the Black Bolt ones. Just because like the contrast between the colors is a bit more noticeable. And here's the Black Star promo Tornadus, Pokemon Center stamp, and the one without that you get in a normal ETB. Now our first 11 packs of White Flare. I had to correct those so they don't fall over. That'd be, of course, that would happen when I'm trying to film. But we have Shelmet, Frillish, Dewott, Blitzel, Vanilluxe, Garbodor, Zebstrika, Stoutland Reverse, Rock'n'Roller Reverse, and Virizion Regular Hollow. Pack number 2. Alright, so this, I mean, okay, so I have some kind of things I want to say about Scarlet and Violet that I'm not even sure everyone will agree with, but this is a weird gen. They had a lot of ideas come up, and then they just, feels like they didn't really stick with any of them. Like, we had Terastallized, and then we had Terastallized outside their type, which I feel like we didn't really see a whole lot. Then we had the Paradox Pokemon, that didn't really stick around. We had A-Specs. I think the last few sets don't have any A-Specs. Like, they're like, they didn't even reprint any from older sets. They just seem to be done. And we had the Partner Pokemon for 2 sets. So yeah, I'm just wondering, you know, why aren't they sticking with anything? We have Mienfoo Pokeball, Simisear Reverse, and Drakion Regular Hollow. Pack number 3. Like, I don't know if that's what it was like in previous gens, but at least from my experience with Sword and Shield, they had V's, VMAXs at the start. They added V-Stars, they stuck with it. I know they did like, I feel like amazing rares, but it wasn't like a big mechanic thing as far as I could tell. But the V-Stars they stuck with. They went with that for like a good solid while, like Brilliant Stars and up in the set that's like, you know, 5 sets. Like the last like, what, year and a half of the gen? But they just didn't really seem to do that for Scarlet and Violet. We have Antique Plume Fossil Reverse, Durant Reverse, and Bouffalant EX, first hit of White Flare. Pack number 4. Because, you know, like, I feel like you had, like, so Crown Zenith had the Glaring Gallery, so it's kind of like the Trainer Gallery stuff they did. It had Vs, it had VMAXs, had V-Stars. I guess it would have been interesting if it had amazing rares. But, like, it seemed to, like, kind of culminate the whole, you know, Sword and Shield block. Whereas this one's just like, hey, here's all the Unova Pokemon. It doesn't really feel like so specific to Scarlet and Violet. We have Vanillish Pokeball. We have Vanillite Illustration Rare. All right. And Kellio EX. That's like a triple hit. That is awesome. Yeah, definitely enjoying that part of this set. Pack number 5. So in my mind, I was like, hey, this is like, that first box was a fluke. There's no way the second box is gonna be as good, and it's like halfway there, like 4 packs in. That's insane. See if we can, so if we get like 3 more hits, which seems viable, considering how this set's been so far, it will be the same number of hits as the other ETB, which is kind of weird. I've never had like the both get the same number of hits when it's a high amount. It's always been like both the same get low amounts, or one's high and one's mediocre or low. We have Valabi Reverse, Pansy Reverse, and Samurott Regular Holo. Pack number 6. But yeah, I'd like to hear, from you, your comments. What do you think? Do you think that, the amount of variance in the different mechanics and stuff and the kind of types of cards in Scarlet and Violet was a good thing? Is it like a bad thing? Do you just not really care? There's also that viewpoint as well. Like, I thought it could be a little more focused. But I would love to know what you think, so sound off in the comments, let me know. We have Gothita Reverse, Gothita Reverse, Swaddle Reverse, and Gothitelle Regular Holo. Pack number 7. Now, granted that the mechanics were all over the place, the sets themselves in Scarlet and Violet, this has got to be like, this is definitely the best. Like, from my short experience, from what I've seen, these are the best sets that they've ever done. All the various illustration rare, special illustrations, that whole like aspect of every set is fantastic. I don't think there's a set that doesn't have an illustration rare or a special illustration rare that I want to pull, or that I wouldn't be ecstatic to pull. But yeah, so that's something that it seems like they're going to keep into Mega Evolution, and I hope they keep it like for the next full gen as well. We have Harlequin Reverse, Cofagrius Reverse, and Embor Regular Holo. Pack number 8. Alright, we have Lillipup, Boldore, Oshawott. That's the cute art. See, like, sometimes I wish like they would take this art and just extend it, and that would be the illustration rare. It doesn't ever seem to be the case, though. We have Galvantula, Accelgor, Vanillux, Sigilyph Reverse, Lillipup Reverse, and another Cofagrius Regular Holo. Pack number 9. What's interesting is that I don't think we haven't pulled a Master Ball this entire time, which I know it can take a little bit of time to pull them on Prismatic, but I feel like the first opening Prismatic I'd pulled like 2 by this point, or at least 1, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Master Ball soon. We have Embor Pokeball Reverse, Mienfoo Regular Reverse, and Tornadus Regular Holo. Pack number 10. Alright, really strong start with this ETB, but it doesn't seem like it's going to match the Black Bolt one. Again, still, this is a good number of hits. Like, if we can get to 4, that's like perfect for 11 packs. Because you're going to get like 3 or 4 typically during Scarlet and Violet. Let's see if we can maybe get a little better. We have Patrat Reverse, Gothorita Reverse, and Chandelier Regular Holo. Ooh. No, don't fall over. Okay, saved it. The last pack of White Flare, this ETB, then we're gonna jump into some other products. Alright, so maybe we can get a good hit in here and get up to 4. Wouldn't that be nice? We have Zorua, Herdier, Vanillite, Joltik, Sawsbuck, Gigalith, Sigilyph, Zwilus, if we're doing by the German, Pokeball Reverse, Watchog Reverse, and Hydreigon EX. So we did get to 4 hits, so that's still a quality ETB. Alright, so we have White Flare with 4 hits so far, Black Bolt with 6. Obviously, they're winning. We're going to open up these 2 mini tins. There are, I think, 8 different art variations of these. They're all, I think, pushed together to make like an image. We're going to start with the, what is this? Garbodor. Yeah, Garbodor. And the Humongous back there. And see, we should get 1 pack of Black Bolt, 1 of White Flare. 1 pack of each. This one upside down. We also do have a sticker and the art card, and it shows the entire image there, except only this part's in color. Alright, let's start with Black Bolt, and then we'll go to the White Flare, then the next mini tin. And just as a reminder, this is a special set. There's no booster box. There are going to be booster bundles coming out in mid-August. But the mini tins are actually the cheapest way to get packs until the booster bundle comes out. And that's still the cheapest, except you're getting 6 at a time instead of 2 at a time. But those will forever be the cheapest way, unless this set gets like super crazy cheap and products like going for like clearance wholesale prices, which doesn't seem likely. We have Pawniard Reverse Hollow Pokeball, Cryogonal Reverse, and Conkeldurr Regular Hollow. Now on to White Flare. We have Vanillish, Lampent, Antique Plume Fossil, Sewaddle, Ignition Energy, Heatmore, Mandibuzz, Tool Scraper Reverse, or Scrapper, that'd be Scrapper, Boulder Reverse, and Zoroark Regular Hollow. And now on to our second mini tin. Interestingly, this is right side up, but the back is upside down. Which means our White Flare pack is upside down again as well. Alright, this time we'll open up White Flare first, see if that changes anything. Probably not. Alright, we have Basculin, Tepig, Woobat, Scraggy, Galvantula, Vanillux, Harlequin, Joltik Reverse, Sock Reverse, and Reshiram Regular Hollow. And now Black Bolt. It just feels like the hit rates are never as good as mini tins, and they probably aren't any different. It just, you get such a small sample size, it's easy to feel like you get no hits. Just because, when you just take a, say you, there's a certain number of primes you go from 1 to 100. But if you just pick out 2 numbers each time, there's a high chance that you will hit a lot of, not primes, but you pick 10, 20 different numbers, you're going to hit a few primes. So the odds are just, it looks worse than it is. We have Tympole Reverse, Pokeball, Tirtouga Reverse, and Klinklang Regular Hollow. Alright, now we have the poster collection. It comes with 3 promos, Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott, as well as 2 Black Bolt packs and 2 White Flare packs, and a poster. Jeez, they glued the hell out of this. Alright, so this is a pretty big poster. I'm not going to unravel it here, you wouldn't be able to see it. But I'm assuming one side has Zekrom and Reshiram, the other side probably has... it shows a bunch of the cards and the card arts. Alright, for promos, we have the Snivy Black Star promo. Actually, these are not Black Star promos, they're actually part of the set. Interesting. So this is Black Bolt, this is White Flare, and this is Oshawott. I'm surprised not doing Black Star promos. But it's holo versions, which means that it is different from the regular set versions. These would not be holo cards, it would just be commons. Then we have 2 packs of Black Bolt and 2 packs of White Flare. We'll do Black Bolt, then White Flare, then another White Flare, and then Black Bolt. So hopefully my binders arrive tomorrow and I can open up those. And then we'll open up all the various types of products for this release and hopefully get the video out soonish. Hopefully it's not next Friday's video instead. That could happen. We have Crustle Reverse, Golett Reverse, and Vertic Regular Hollow. The next pack of White Flare. See, it's been a little dry, sparing Pokeball reverses. Let's see if we can get something from White Flare. What was the last thing we got was the Hydreigon EX, so you owe us White Flare, get something good. We have Tool Scrapper, Ducklet Reverse, Gothitelle Reverse, and Jellicent EX, so finally another hit. The second pack of White Flare from the poster collection. Yeah, if you ever feel like you're having a great opening, open some mini tins. It'll bring you back down to earth. Let's see if the rest of this poster collection has maybe another hit in here. Maybe finally a Master Ball would be fun to pull. We have Swanna, Purloin Reverse, Vanillux Reverse, and Gothitelle Regular Hollow. And now Black Bolt's chance to shine. So I was considering, just in case I end the video here, I should probably do the pack flip that I normally do with the very last pack, but I'm just gonna really hope those binders show up and I can open those tomorrow night. We have Professor's Research. We have another Pokeball Reverse, Emolga. Palpitoad Reverse, and we get a big hit. Another Genesect EX, sadly doubling up, but it is another hit for Black Bolt, which is just running away with this opening. Alright, so the math so far before opening the binders is that we opened, was that 15 packs of each? We have 7 hits from Black Bolt, and also 7 Pokeballs additionally. From White Flare, we have 5 hits and 4 Pokeballs, so at least through what I've opened, Black Bolt is taking the cake. It is the next day and the binders have arrived. We have the Black Bolt binder collection and the White Flare binder collection, so these are the other products that are by set instead of the mixed ones like the poster collection and the tins. Well, mini tins that is. But let's start with the White Flare because we started with the Black Bolt ETB, so we'll do White Flare, then we'll do Black Bolt to close it out. Alright, so this does come with 5 packs of Black Bolt. Oh, sorry, White Flare. This is White Flare. And we also have what looks like a card list. You can use it to keep track of the cards in your set. There's like a small mini poster of Reshiram as well. Here's the card list. There's better ways to track this, but I mean, if you want, you could use it. Now this is a 9-pocket binder, probably much like the Prismatic Evolutions and the 151 binder. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 is halfway, means there's 22 sheets. 22 times 9, it's like 398, I think. So all total, this is actually won't fit the entire set if you get even the White Flare and the Black Bolt. I think it's over 800 cards. Let's dig into our last 5 packs of White Flare. So yeah, I'm actually filming this the next day, so that hopefully it's not too disjointed. Hopefully I don't act differently. I guess this is the afternoon instead of evening. Normally I record at night when my kids are asleep. They're in quiet time right now. Let's see, we have Frillish Reverse. Okay, Swadloon Reverse, and we have the White Reshiram, the first pack. Alright, White Flare, as I think that's going to take the place of that one, definitely. Is a very, very cool card. Actually, the centering looks fantastic too. Not that I grade, but it's more aesthetically pleasing when it's centered. Pack number 2. So all total with all these products, we'll be opening 20 packs in total. Yeah, 20 packs sounds right. So, you know, we already have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits from Black Bolt. That's crazy for that many packs. We're at 6 hits now for White Flare. And I'm assuming we're getting a few more through the rest of these packs, but it's a decently generous set, and this isn't even including like the Pokeballs. We have Harlequin Reverse, Ferrothorn Reverse, and Emboar Regular Holo. Pack number 3 of White Flare. Alright, we have Patrat, Blitzel, Zvilas, Cottony, Ignition Energy, Mandibuzz, Drotagon, Lillipup Pokeball Reverse, Blitzel Reverse, and Zoroark Regular Holo. Pack number 4, White Flare. Yeah, that Black Bolt ETB came out swinging really hard, and I don't know that White Flare has a chance to even catch up, because I need one more hit, but then there's still another 5 packs of Black Bolt. So I think we're due for a Master Ball. I feel like that would be nice to get. We have Leavanny, Oshawott Pokeball Reverse, Mienfoo Reverse, and another Hydreigon EX. So that is a 7th hit for, right? 7? Yeah, 7th hit for White Flare. And our last pack of White Flare before we move on to Black Bolt. And we did a little flip there, why not? This would need like a double hit if it has any chance of passing Black Bolt. Because it can tie it with 1 hit, but I feel like Black Bolt's gonna have at least one in that binder collection. We have Heatmore, Ignition Energy, Scraggy Reverse, Virizion reverse, we got one more hit in here. Nope, Drakion regular hollow. So it made it 5 packs, 2 hits. That is very good. I think we also had, what, 2 Pokeballs in there, so not bad at all. And now we're on to the final product. We're going to open the Black Bolt Binder Collection. It's large, does not fit in this screen here, but let's crack it open. We got our 5 packs of Black Bolt. Another card list with what I'm assuming is probably a Zekrom poster on the other side. Oh, who would have thought? What a guess. And then our Black Bolt Zekrom theme binder. Pack number 1 of Black Bolt, which is pack number 16 overall. Now, one thing to know with the binder collections, there's no code card because there's no promos in there, and then the code cards never give you straight packs, and they don't really have binders in Pokemon TCG Live. Pokemon Pocket does, but not TCG Pocket, but not TCG Live. We have Professor's Research Reverse, Whirlipede Illustration Rare, and Cling Cling Regular Hollow. So yeah, Black Bolt's still well in front. Pack number 2. I mean, people said the set's not, it's nowhere near as bad as Prismatic. I definitely agree. It has a lot of hits to get though, and it's not. It's almost not as generous as Crown Zenith. Although, I mean, if you had like a mediocre Crown Zenith opening and a moderately good Black Bolt White Flare opening, they probably seem pretty similar hit-wise. I wish they didn't do the Pokeballs and the Master Balls, to be honest. I think made this just like really, really hard to gauge. But it still seems it's probably the most generous Scarlet and Violet set by far. We have Carablast Reverse, Crustle Reverse, and Genesect EX. So it's duplicating up here, but actually that's our 3rd Genesect. So and now pack number 3 of Black Bolt. So I don't think any of these sets have demigod packs. I don't. I mean, they could, but I think just regular god packs. Would be fun to pull one of those, but I'm guessing the likelihood is probably pretty low. We have Krokorok Reverse, Simipour Reverse, and Volcarona Regular Hollow. Realizing now I forgot to put that Genesect in there. But for penultimate pack of this opening, our 19th overall pack of Black Bolt. Let's see if any of these last 2 packs, maybe we get the Black Zekrom. Very wishful thinking. We got the right Reshiram, so I don't know. That's just greed on my part. It must be. We have Pansage Pokeball Reverse, Pansage Reverse Hollow, and Cling Cling Regular Hollow. You know what? I haven't had any Hollow Energies in these binder collections so far. Alright, here's our last pack of this opening. Let's do our customary flip. Decent flip. Let's see if we get anything good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. And we still have a pack to go. So Black Bolt's it's working for me. I definitely gotta get more of that. I think I still need to order the Black Bolt Texture Collection. It's the only one I don't have ordered. And probably get some more mini tins. We have Tynamo Reverse, Tortuga Reverse. We got anything else? The Nurse Regular Hollow. And that does it for this opening. First opening, let's go. That's pretty good. We got 16 hits in total out of 40 packs. Again, I think Crown Zenith, you would have expected maybe 4 more hits. It's not that far off from. Yeah, that's pretty good. We did get I think better quality hits from Black Bolt, which we're looking at right here. We got SIR and its plan, but we did get the best hit that I wanted, which was the White Reshiram from White Flare. But yeah, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you got from these sets, and I'll see you on the next video.